Hey all, you ready for another day of Matt uses tools he's never used before and doesn't know how to work? So today I need to create saddles for these little notches to sit in. So basically I need to cut out that equivalent of material in the table saw, the workbench. And the tool I've not used before is this one. It's not a router, it's the insert. I've never used one of those before. I've kind of figured out that if I use some 7mm plywood, I will lose 7mm on the depth, which kind of makes sense. And the distance from the template to the cut is 5mm, so I need to add a 5mm border for my template. I've kind of tested that with this guy here, just wrapped around the shape on this one. Did the measurements, so 5mm from the cut to the line. So now I need to make a little tool that will enable me to cut out that little U shape on the workbench, and we'll see how we go. Okay, so this is what I've come up with. The horseshoe there is 42 by 50, and that should give me a 40mm deep by 32mm wide cutout. The reason for this bit of wood here is these three rails are not necessarily flush, and I want the cross beams to end up flush with the bottom on the inside one there. So push that up against there. I'll take that off before I start cutting, but that should get us about right, and from there I guess I can tidy it up with a chisel. Looks pretty good, I think. So not quite right. Obviously this is 32mm wide, and I have a border on each side, so that comes to 42. But this depth, I only have the border on one side, so not 50, it's 45. So we'll have to try that again. All right, try again. That looks better. There's the final result. So this first bit here, that's where I made it too deep, but apart from that, I think it's come up pretty well. The part fits, so now I've just got to do that another 11 times. Obviously each one is a different width, so I'll have to change the template a few times before I get there, but yeah, that'll work. Really, like I said yesterday, it would have been so much better if I had notched these out before I installed them, but there you go. Live and learn. All right, on we go. I've cut both saddles for this first slat now. Little bit of chisel work, and it fits nicely. So. Obviously I'm aiming for the top one there. You can see maybe a tiny bit of daylight, but that's good enough for this job. Alright, I'm onto my third crossbeam, and I'm starting to get the process dialed in. You can see that the line here that marks 300 mil on center, and then the line down here that marks the center of the template. So obviously I've moved on to a wider crossbeam, so the center's moved from there to there because I've made the opening a bit wider to accommodate the larger crossbeam. I've also cut the template down so I can stand the table up. It's just way more convenient having it stood up. That way I can move it around the shop and take it out of the way. Alright, and from here it's easy. You just cut it out with the router. So I'll do that now. Alright, so next step is to fit the cross beams. They should be just a tiny bit high, and I need to clean them up with a chisel, but slot it in and check it. You can see it's about 1 mil high. So clean it up with a chisel and see if we can get it to fit perfect. There we go, no more wobble. And there we go. Next section done. Pretty happy with that. They're all flush to the outside rail, nice and smooth, ready for the floor. Okay, I'm going to call that section done. Got all of the slats in, ready for the floor to go down. Yeah, considering I'd never used the router, what is it, template bit, or the bushing I think it's called, so the router bushing before. I was pretty happy with that. I also had the opportunity to use a hand plane, which I haven't done, at least not since high school, so probably let's call it 30 years plus. And that was really nice. I've forgotten what a cool tool they are. So my dad just gave me his old hand plane, and I will be using that more in the future. So yeah, very happy, very happy. On to the flooring next. Coolio.